Our final installment of this Take Heart series. It is the second Sunday of the month, and we like to take just this monthly opportunity to kind of let you guys get some vision, see what's going on here at Rooftop. It might be a big initiative like the Capital Campaign or something that's going on, or it might just be showcasing the work of one of the ministries here in the church that, if you're not paying attention, could go unnoticed. And that's what we're doing this morning. We're going to be looking at one of the ministries we have here at Rooftop. It's the service team. And before we even get any farther, I just want to clear up just any confusion that might be there. The people on the service team don't look at the service team as those are the people that Rooftop has to go out and serve. That is the wrong way to look at this team. This team is a group of people that want to create opportunities for the body of Rooftop to serve. So the service team is actually here serving you so that you can go out and serve just as Jesus calls us to serve, just as Jesus himself was a servant. So we want to let you know about some things going on with the service team, but in order to do that, I want to invite the leader of the service team up, Mr. Justin Stone. There he is. This is Justin Stone. Justin, say hello to the good people.
Good morning.
So Justin, one of the reasons we wanted to get you up here to kind of talk this morning is to explain people the newest service team initiative called Help from the Top. Can you tell us what is Help from the Top and where did this idea come from?
Absolutely, I'd love to. Help from the Top is based in the idea of helping one another. I know the service team spends a lot of time talking about serving outside of our walls, but it's very important that we serve each other. I find it's easier and I'm more willing to serve others that I don't know when I serve those that I do know. So we all have needs. We all have things come up. We all have emergencies. And so that's kind of the idea behind it, is being able to love each other well. We have a couple of ways that might happen.
Yeah. Now, before we go any further, though, for years you've been kicking around this idea, and maybe some of you guys have heard this term before, and you would call it the Help a Rooftopper ministry, because that's sort of where the heart came from. Yeah. But we changed it to Help from the Top. Can you tell the people why we changed our focus with the name of the...
We changed it to Help from the Top because we wanted it to be more inclusive and not exclusive. We were afraid that if we just called it Rooftopper, that it was just people that were members or people that have been around a while. But we clearly know we don't just limit ourselves to that. Anyone that comes our way, anyone that calls the church, anyone that stops by the staff, and anyone that's around is willing and able to help. And actually, Jason, you could probably tell us a little bit more. You actually were a part of something kind of early on, and as we've been working through this, you were able to help a very special woman.
Yeah, actually, we had, you didn't ask me about this first service.
I know.
Yeah.
Surprise.
I'm assuming you're talking about Patty?
Yes, Patty.
Short picture is up there at some point. We had a woman that called the church. Actually, the woman was in Seattle, and her daughter was stranded here, was going with a guy to help him pick up an RV, and he got mad at her and left her in St. Louis, and she had no money and no way to get home and no place to stay, and didn't have money for a hotel. There's Patty. And
a dog.
So yeah, we let her spend the night at our house and got her on a plane the next day. And
see, that's really what I'm talking about. That's an awesome example, and the Herbigs and a number of other people stepped out of their way, out of their comfort zone, perhaps. I know that's a large part with service. Is oftentimes God asks us to do things we're not comfortable with. So be it, Be uncomfortable.
So
it's okay.
So other than like getting stranded in St. Louis, what other sorts of things? What kind of help are we talking about here?
Well, we know lots of people move. Lots of people have needs, illness. They have births in the family. They have just you name it, and
like house repairs.
House repairs. We've talked about taxes, and actually
like doing taxes or paying taxes.
Not paying. We can't help out with that part. But you'll all notice in your program you had a copy of this green card, not the blue card, not to get them confused. But it's a Help from the Top. It asks for some of your vital information on the front, and on the back side it has just some topics that we've come up with that, as we've been brewing this idea for a while now, we've got some categories we broke it up to. just to get you started, get you thinking about, hey, I could really use some help.
But we are willing to consider things beyond those categories.
Absolutely.
Okay.
There's a place for other on the bottom.
And then what do they do with this card?
Today, you can put it in the offering bag. After today, we will have a box in the lobby.
So the box isn't there right now because the T-shirts are there.
Correct.
But we will have a box back there ongoing.
And someone from the team will collect them, will bring them to us, and we will contact you and see how we can help you with those needs.
So then is the service team going to be running around and taking care of all these needs? I mean, I had talked about you guys not doing that sort of thing. How do we empower the body then to help other rooftoppers?
It's interesting that you ask.
It's
Some of you probably
like I'm reading your mind.
Some of you are probably familiar with the Use Me platform. You've seen it in the programs. You've seen it on the website.
What is this Use Me platform you speak of?
Use Me is where we will take requests and people in need of help, and I will send out an email to the Use Me team so they kind of get it in emergency fashion, because some things happen quickly. Some things are not, hey, I can't wait 2 weeks, I need help tomorrow or today.
Well, how would one get onto the Use Me team then?
You can get onto it on the website. You can write it on your blue card, and Jason might be willing to enter that for us.
I did. I volunteered so as not to make extra work for Heather.
There you go. Absolutely.
If you want to get on the Use Me team, you can put it on your blue card today or go to the website.
Yep.
Great. So just to recap then, help from the top. Fill out your green cards if you have a need that you need help with, big or small. We will take those cards, put them in a box typically, but today put them in the offering because we don't have the box yet.
Correct.
Someone will contact you from the service team and try to marry up someone who can help
Best
meet
suit
that
your
need,
need. Yep.
best meet that need, and then you can get the help, and we can serve each other like God would have us do.
Absolutely.
Does that make sense? All right, great. While I have you up here, oh, yeah, go ahead. You can clap for this. While I have you up here, can you give us just a brief, what's the service team up to these days? What do you
There's
got going right
number
now?
of projects kind of in the mix.
All right.
One we've elected not to talk about, but it's kind of big, that happens in the fall.
Okay.
Serve St. Louis.
Okay.
We weren't going to plug that today, but yes.
Strike that from the record. There will be no plugging of Serve St. Louis today.
The second thing that we've kind of been mulling around as we've kind of pushed into this help from the top is serving together with your small group. That takes away the edge, doing things by yourself if you get anxious in those moments. We've had some groups already step up and do that. Pastor Jeremy's small group is doing that. They've committed to their time at the pantry, which is awesome. And so we're encouraging groups to get out and do that together, empowering small group leaders to make that important and to encourage their group members to find something. We have a number of things that we're doing, but clearly that's not for everybody. The biggest thing is empowering people to serve and to be about the kingdom.
So real quick, what are some things we're doing that these people can sign up for?
Right now we have a great need at the nursing home, which Rhonda Seeley is leading, that meets on a Sunday afternoon. I believe it's the first Sunday every month. If you're interested in that, please see one of us. My team has these badges on as well, and you can get a hold of me at service@rooftop.org. The Afton Christian Food Pantry, as we hit new seasons and new weather and different modes of life for people have rotated out or are no longer available. So we're looking to fill those shoes. We meet a great need there, and Rooftop has for a long time. And the last thing that I'd like to share about is the homeless outreach that we've been doing. Something I jumped into in November and started taking people with me. We have new people going down every other Monday right now. That also spawned a very awesome opportunity with what we've called Breakfast with Rooftop, which is meeting at an abandoned church where some of our friends stay. In fact, Nathan and Mike and some of them were there during first service. And that's turned into a great time of discipleship. Monday nights are kind of a get in, see how everyone's doing, and then you move on about your business. But we get to have real conversations we get to talk about God with them. I've made a couple really good connections with a couple people, and I'd actually like to share about one of those.
Okay, so you got a video, just to real quick introduce us to them, but tell us about the man we're about to see.
We're about to meet my friend Archie. A couple people know Archie, Mr. LaCroix, who's been going down there for years, who's new to Rooftop. He knows Archie well. I've had a chance to get to know him, hear his story, and just kind of walk with him. There's a couple other people we've been walking with as well, but we had an awesome opportunity 2 weeks ago, and I actually got to sit down and take a little video interview-esque type thing with him, and we'd kind of like to share that today.
All right, well, here's meet Archie.
Where are you headed? Where do you think what do you think the Lord has in store and other things have lined up for you? Do you think, you may be on the list for some housing? I know there's been lots of talk about that lately.
Well, as far as how I view myself in the future to come,
Yeah.
I believe the Lord has way so many blessings for me. But I have to be honest, I'm taking it one step at a time, one day at a time.
There you go.
Like the poem, Footprints in the Sand.
Yeah.
Although, son, you don't see me with you, I'm walking with you.
Amen.